Alright, before we start the video, I just want to say we are at 11,000, closing on 12,000 subscribers. Like, just to be able to, reach 1,000 in itself is a milestone. And then to say we're already at 11,000, about to be 12,000, like, I really do appreciate all the support. I got some more videos dropping like the one I got today. Okay, so now to the elephant in the room, Ukraine, Russia. Basically, this is orchestrated to create more fear, strike more fear into the masses, bring order out of chaos. It's worth pointing out that Ukraine's president was a comedian and actor before being elected. Sounds like a certain couple American presidents we've had. And even one of the videos I was watching talking about the situation, the way they introduced it was something that occurred on the world stage. Those are their exact words from the news station. The world stage, telling you what it is to your face. It's crazy how that whole other situation that was going on in the world for like the past 2 years, suddenly that don't even exist anymore. That's crazy. But that's not why we're here. I really just wanted to address that real quick before we get to the main video, because since we're talking about the world being a stage, we're gonna go to another stage.
Now, I know that a lot of these shows were classic sitcoms, well, most of them, but we can't ignore the various symbolism these shows had. For starters, we have the Fresh Prince intro where we see the occultic number 13 next to Will, which is supposed to be the B for Bel Air. There are a lot of images throughout this intro alone. Next, we see the upside down cross, which these people love to display. They live an inverted life, let's just put it that way. Just peep the apparel in this image. Also notice that Rihanna's big forehead ass is doing the one-eye symbolism. Now notice the little boy is holding a pizza. I'ma say that again. The little boy is holding a pizza. Pizza is a code word the powers that be use when referring to the youngins, allegedly. The next image we see appears to me to be Marilyn Monroe or Anna Nicole Smith. Honestly, I'm not sure, but we will get into the meaning of this a little later. Next, we see the skull and bone symbolism on Will's shirt. And you can't have a TV show or movie without some good old one-eye symbolism. Now up top, we see the tongue out symbolism. Think of Michael Jordan, he's viewed as the GOAT in basketball, and he was also known for doing this. Think about tongue out like Jordan. Think about Cardi B, Nicki Minaj, both of them have done this before. Now look at Jared and Miley. Oh yeah, here's Katy Perry, doing the tongue out symbolism. So let's just say they go to the parties. We see Will rocking pajamas with the 5-pointed stars and Saturn. These celebrities are big into Saturn worship. This is also why a lot of these celebrities wear black in commercials and award shows. Think about the show Power. Everybody wears black in that show. You think about Tariq on the last episode, wherever he kills ghosts, he was wearing all black. So you gotta remember, they use color magic as well, so pay attention to the colors. Anyway, we see the Masonic checkerboard displayed behind the counselor, and we know about the checkerboard and the duality with the black and the white. You can see it through these images right here. Now this slide right here, notice that Chris Rock is rocking the blonde Marilyn Monroe wig with the cheetah print dress. I don't really have to say much more about this. Think about it, we're talking about Will Smith here. None of this should be shocking whatsoever. This has been in our face since the show debuted. I mean, we done already heard about Quincy and Will and Benny Medina and Will, allegedly. So think about how he got that show. Next we have In Living Color, the show that put Jim Carrey on. Off rip we see the cheetah print near David Alan Grier. And on top of that, this show was riddled with cheetah print everywhere. And now you see Jamie Foxx with the blonde wig and the cheetah print. Now we know why Jamie's been around so long. Now the blonde wig is an ode to Marilyn Monroe as a beta sex kitten. So not just the cheetah print, but also pay attention to the blonde wigs or the blonde dyed hair that looks similar. That's another telltale sign. Now in this skit with Tommy Davidson and David Alan Grier, we see the Masonic black and white color pattern on the chairs as the zebra print. So sometimes they try to be subtle with it by putting it on furniture or the floor in the background, off in the distance. Yeah, they try to get slick with it sometimes. Same goes for one-eye symbolism in TV shows. Now, David, what do we have here? That red, black, and white. The nigga thought he was slick, but we caught him. Shantae kicks off the Jamie Foxx show portion with the cheetah print in the first image. Then in the second, we see Jamie rocking the number 7. Now the number 7 represented completion in ancient Kemet. 7 is said to be the perfect number because it contains 3 and 4, the triangle and the square, the perfect figures. Fast forward to Martin, we see the number 42, We mentioned this before, Martin equals 42 in gematria, just like Malcolm X. The N-word and Jackie, like Jackie Robinson. It is primarily associated with black people 9 times out of 10. And Martin Lawrence was yet another actor that had to wear the dress. Martin was one of NBC's best shows back then too. That show is a classic. To this day, people still watch Martin. It's a classic, for real. I'll go so far to say Martin was the greatest 90s sitcom of all time. It ain't Full House, it ain't Saved by the Bell, no, it's Martin. Now in this final pic from Martin, we see the Michael Jackson imposter dressed in the red and the black, while Martin is wearing the Masonic blue. Like I said, pay attention to the colors they're wearing, the designs they have on their shirts, or a design that's on their jacket. Now real quick to the Hugleys, on their Halloween episode, they had demonic possession. It doesn't get any more in your face about what goes on behind closed doors than that. I had to touch on a couple things I peeped from my wife and kids. One of them, Damon is throwing up the Murano hand sign and he trying to be slick with it. Peep the hands on the hip. Number 2, peep the checkerboard pattern in the kitchen. All of these shows had that black and white checkerboard somewhere. I think in the kitchen on the Hugleys, on like the wall tile, it was the black and the white. And third, we see the cheetah print chair that Tisha Campbell is sitting in. Remember, her cartoon character in the Netflix show Inside Job was rocking cheetah print as well. I'm picking up on a pattern here. Now the last show on the list is the Bernie Mac show. I'd be a fool to leave this one off, which there's going to be a part 2, probably a part 3 of this. Off rip, they have the checkerboard floors in the hallway. What did I just say about the checkerboard floors? This was also around the time he was in Mr. 3000 and his show was hella successful. Like it was on for a hot minute and it's still funny to this day. Next, we see Bernie dressed in the all red, playing the role as the quote-unquote devil or the dark desire. Usually there's an angel and there's a devil. If I remember correctly, I don't think an angel appeared on his other one that episode. I might be wrong. I'll have to go back and watch that. We also see Bernie doing the marionette symbolism, showing us that he is controlled. He's simply a puppet. In this last image, we see Vanessa wearing the red, white with the black suspenders, showing us that Bernie clearly answers to a hidden force, for lack of a better term. Anyway, that concludes the video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, ring the notification bell. Thank you for watching. We are out.